this one. So myself, Muruganandhan, I'm a CLA and I'm a graphics professional instructor as well. So I am conducting the trainings for CLDs and beginners courses for and who are all participants is in from through graphics. So this is the outline. So I'm going to give a few tips and tricks, and finally I'll be taking your questions and answers. So the first thing is I let's say whenever we are starting the coding, then mostly when I start or when begin to learn LabVIEW, then definitely we are going to open a file and then we'll go into new VI. So we will start as a fresh and then we will construct everything we want to complete the application or everything we want to develop the application as a fresh. We will do everything in a everything our own. So instead of doing that, so there are already LabVIEW templates are available. There's a standard templates that are already provided by NI with us for every LabVIEW release. So we can able to access it by file instead of new VI. You can go to new, then we can able to find a lot of templates that are available. So we can choose this template and then we can modify it in the manner that we required us or that we want to complete our application, and that is based on our requirement. We can able to modify it and then we can use it from the scratch. So this will give this will save some of our much of our time to for creating a initial skull or initial skeleton for our application. So this is going to be the skeleton. So we have already saved something. I mean, NI is already saved some time for giving us the templates. So we should use these templates to as a great starting point for any application. Maybe the architecture or the decision pattern will be different based on the application requirement, but yeah, we could able to pick up anything from here and then we can able to use it as a starting point. So I am personally using these things, and yeah, whatever I'm listing here, I am personally interested and I felt that is saving a lot of time for me and then increasing my productivity in the day by day working environment. So that's why I want to share a few things from you. And the second thing is, as same as template, we have a sample projects as well. So there are a lot of sample projects already listed to start with, from the blank project to the advanced actor framework or any other framework architectures. So they have already given to us. So if you want to start with a particular architecture, then you can architecture project, then you can directly visit the file creating projects, and then we can able to access whatever the projects that is given to already available as a template, and then we can able to start working on the templates and we can modify it and then we can include whatever the code we want. So this is another starting point if we want to start with the projects. So this is also I am personally interested, and I am using it day by day whenever I am starting a new project. So this will definitely save a good time for me. And of course, this is one of the favorite thing for most of the LabVIEW programmers. So this is the quick drop. So let's say if we want to access any function or any control, then I have to go to a front panel or a block diagram. Then I have to right click on to get the particular function palette or control palette, and then I have to visit to this particular sub palettes and to navigate to the sub palette, and then we have to get the function or control. So let's say for example, if I want to take a particular controller indicator, at least I need to do 3 to 4 operations like left click, right click, drag and picking log. So this will consume a good time and to reach this application. And until apart from instead of doing or instead of navigating to the palettes, we can able to use the quick drop to get whatever the functions or controls that we want. There are a lot of shortcuts are available in the community as well, and in the standard LabVIEW as well, we can able to see the shortcuts like in the quick drop. Control space will bring this quick drop window, and if you press on the configure button which is available in the window, you can able to see what are the default shortcuts that are already available, and even you can able to configure what are your own custom shortcuts as well to accessing and to perform certain operations as well. So in quick drop there are major two things available. One is getting the functions and one is performing certain actions. Let's say if we want to create and if we want to connect common wires between multiple functions from the same palette, then we can enable control space, control W. So these are all control shortcuts of the quick drop. So this will definitely enhance our LabVIEW productivity, and it will keep on helping us to improve the coding speed as well. So as a LabVIEW programmer, we should learn how we effectively we should use these quick drop shortcuts. And even there is one more forum group that are available for NI, I mean quick drop enthusiasts. So there are certain people are available. They are continuously contributing us to create the quick drop shortcuts continuously to for accessing different functions. So you could also join those forums, and then you can learn more about those things. Yeah, so this is one of the another feature that I would like. So let's say LabVIEW, people will know, right? LabVIEW having a lot of shortcuts to use it. Let's say for Control B to remove broken wires. So Control U to clean up diagram. So there are a lot of default shortcuts are available, but we could also add our custom shortcuts wherever the menu item that is not having the shortcuts. So this menu item, let's say if you are pressing the tools and options, so this dialog box will display. So in this dialog box, this category, so go to this menu shortcuts. So it will list out all the menu items that is available in the file menu, tools menu, and edit menu, whatever it is available. So we could able to create our own shortcuts, or which is not if you feel that you are doing more time in a project or something. So for example, I have chosen here create sub VI. So the by default the create sub VI option will don't have any shortcuts. But let's say for your program, for your application or a project, you are creating more sub VIs from the block diagram. It means that you have to select the components or the loop that you want to create as a sub VI. Then you have to go to edit and then create sub VI. Click on create sub VI. So instead of this, we can able to create one shortcut to perform the same thing. So here, let's say you can choose it and then visit to this block, and then you can press any shortcut. Any shortcut means that is not already assigned. Let's say if you're pressing again a Control B, then LabVIEW will show a message like, so it is already configured, you cannot able to use it. So you can use any other combination of shortcuts to assign to this particular option. Then you can set and then press OK. And if you visit to edit sub VI, edit menu, then it is the shortcut is already assigned to you. So you can use this direct shortcut to create a sub VI in your block diagram. Okay, so this is one of the great feature that loving it. I'm using it day by day. So this will help me to perform certain actions very quickly. So you can able to configure that repeated actions that you are doing every day with the shortcuts. So the bookmark manager, block diagram, and even in the block diagrams, wherever we want to give a hint. Let's say here it's in this template, it is mentioned as a code needed. So if you are mentioning with hashtag and then if you are typing something, then it will consider as a bookmark. So if you are considering, if you are working on a large project with large different hundreds of sub VIs and modules, then if you want to quickly navigate to the particular module, then you can leave or you can type your bookmarks along with your comments. Then we can able to quickly visit to the particular code with the help of Bookmark Manager. So if you go to the view Bookmark Manager, this window will appear. So this will show all the bookmarks that is configured, that is entered, that is available in the block diagram. And if you double click on it, you can directly visit to the particular block diagram. So this will also help us to navigate through complete project based on the bookmarks. So we don't need to open each and every VI or sub VI or module to see whether the code we are looking for is available or not. So the hint that will help us to reach the code very quickly and fastly. Switch hero tool, yeah, most of you have used this tool, I believe. So it will help us to switch between the wires between two terminals. So if in the functions, like if you have a two terminals, we can able to easily switch between two terminals in reverse as well. And the one more another thing, like, so we can also use the switch hero tool so to interchange the configuration or the terminals that is connected in the connector pane as well. So we can able to, let's say if we without this tool, let's say if we want to configure it, we have to disconnect every module, again we have to configure it. So without doing that, you can use the switch hero tool and then you can drag and drop in the required terminal, or you can interchange the terminals as well. So this will help us to save some time in configuring the connector panes. So if you press Control and left click, so on the terminals, then it will change into the switch hero tool. So this is one of the hidden tool that is available in the LabVIEW. And yeah, the third party library. So we have even we are, if we want something, we are trying to create it by ourselves. So before we are creating by ourselves, we should look for whether it is the same the need or the same vi that is already available in any of the format of the forum or in any other tools. So if you are looking for, let's say, OpenG is having a lot of libraries that is an open source. We can able to install it in our LabVIEW, and then we can able to use it. It is having an enormous number of VIs and functions that's helping that should help us everyday life in our development environment. So if you are using this OpenG library, then whatever we are already thinking to create it might be already available. So we can directly use it by without investing time to save some development for the as a new code. And the same thing like hidden gems also another one of the nice library that is already available. We can able to download, we can able to install it by using the NI package manager or VI package manager, and in our environment, then that will help us to enhance our coding very enhance the speed of the coding very quick, and we can able to complete the application by saving some time, and quickly we can able to build up what we want, what we are thinking of. So these OpenG libraries are very useful for developing the any applications. So it is having mainly it is having the OpenG array library. So you should look at the OpenG array library. It is having a lot of functions that is interesting us. So reusable codes. So I hope you people are already over the G centrals. So G central is the only one good place to get the reusable code that is already developed by our community members and who are supporting for the G central. So we can able to find a lot of reusable codes there, as like the libraries that is available in the VIPM. So we could able to see a lot of codes, a lot of functions that might help us to complete the application very quickly, and it will save some time to investing some time to develop the same requirement. If it is already available, we should directly use it instead of investing time to develop it. So that would help us. So yeah, I would made it as a quick presentation, and yeah, if you have any questions, I would like to answer it. Yeah, that's great. If you have any questions, yeah, please. Yeah.
Uh, Quick question, like, what is the
Yes.
time slot for your presentation? Till what time?
It is each presentation is 15 minutes, Anish.
Okay, so your time is you have time, or I wanted to know that in case if you have some more time, maybe whatever you showed, maybe show it in LabVIEW if possible,
Yeah.
so that
Yes. Of
way
course.
new users can quickly pick it up what you are showing, and like more
Yes.
like a demo, because these are all quick trips, tips and trips, so that will help people. That's why I'm asking. If you have
Uh,
time, otherwise you can leave it, or we
yes.
can do it at the end as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
Anish. I will do. I will try to do so one or two things. I'll be sharing. Yeah. Is my lab screen visible, people, for you? I hope yes. Yes. Thank you. So the first and foremost thing that I want to show is the quick drop. So if you press Control Space, so you will get the quick drop shortcuts. So if you visit to the quick drop shortcuts, so here you can find what are the, I mean, already default configure shortcuts that is available for us to see to get it to use it and to get the particular functions or something. So this will help us to get the functions. And if you see the block diagram shortcuts, there are more shortcuts are available. We can able to use this. I will show you one or two things. And one more thing is here, this is a common shortcuts to help it to help us to connect to the certain actions in the uh, whenever you are doing a programming and something like. So these are all more useful shortcuts. So this is why I want to show you something here. So let's say if we are from the front panel, if you are pressing control space, so it will list all the controls and indicators in the quick drop list. Let's say if I want to take a numeric control, I can press NC. I will take it NC. If I want to press numeric indicator, I can press NN. So that will be a numeric indicator. So if you say like, so it will be already connected. So here the terminals are already connected. So I want to connect the wire between terminal, I mean control to indicator. Let's say I can do this. Otherwise, I could also use the quick drop shortcuts as well. Let's say control space, control W. So it will add quick drop shortcuts. Even it won't be here. It is not nice to see it here. But if you are using some common functions between things like maybe I would say the quick thing is like configure. Yeah. So let's say here open, I'm going to read something and I'm again closing the data. So if I want to connect here, I can directly use it. Then it will create all the common terminals is available. So this way it can the control space, control W can help us. Let's say for example here I want to insert something, insert some one function. Let's say I am incrementing this function. Let's say yeah, control space, control I. Okay, so let's say for example, click on the wire and then control space and then increment and then control I. So that will insert. So this will help us. So if not, then I have to visit, right click on the wire and then I have to visit, insert, and then I have to pick, and then here I have to insert it again. The same shortcut, the different shortcut is available to replace this function as well, something. So normally, if you want to delete this function, just click on this one, and then you will be deleting it. Let's say, for example, you'll be, I'm sorry, click on it, you'll be deleting. So that'll be a broken wire. So you have to pick another function, and then you have to. Otherwise, if your intention is to delete the function, then you have to delete this, and then you have to reconnect it again. Instead of this, you can use control space, control R. So it will remove and rewire. So these are all very quick shortcuts that I would suggest to you to use in a day-by-day life. Or if you want to take functions, yeah, you can able to take constants or functions that you can able to access it. That's very quickly you can able to access. Let's say if you want to take an array constant, AC array constant. If you want to take a double constant, DC. If you want to take a numeric constant, if you DC, and if you have already numeric constant, you can press the 0, 0.0, then it will become a double constant. And if you want to take some array functions, let's say concurrent arrays, CCAT concurrent arrays. So there are a lot of shortcuts. By practice we can able to remember it. So I could able to remember a few things, and based on the practice I could able to access some functions very quickly. So that's why. So if you want to take a while loop, then you can use WS, so while loop. And if you want to take a for loop, you can use FS, it's a for loop. If you want to take an K structure, you can use CS, it's a K structure. So same thing, we can able to use different shortcuts to. So that's why the quick drop is very powerful when in a programming environment. And the one thing that I showed is like creating the custom shortcuts. Let's say if you want to go to tools, for example, now the edit create subway is not assigned with any shortcut here. So if you see the cleanup diagram is assigned with control U shortcut, right? So here the create subway is having other, it's not assigned with any shortcuts. So let's say here I can go to open, right? So here it is listing out any all the menus which is available in the LabVIEW window. If you see here, all the menu items are available in the LabVIEW window. So it is go to edit, there is an create subway. Currently it is not assigned any keywords. So here I can just click on, then I have to press what is the shortcut. Let's say I am pressing control F3. So if let's say for example, if I press control B again, then the LabVIEW is showing a message like this shortcut is currently assigned to something. So I have to change the shortcut to this unniced N1. So it's a control F3. I can set. So it is currently set. So let's say okay. So now if you see here, so the edit software, edit sub creating subway is already given to us. Control F3. So if we can able to directly use those things. Let's say for example, maybe I would try pressing Control F3. So I'm just using the shortcuts to create the subway. So this is one of the great thing that I want to show you. And one more thing is, let's say, as I told, the templates. So there are a lot of templates are already available. We can able to use it. If you open any producer consumer, let's say data, so there are the default template, then we can able to change it as per our requirement. We don't need to create it from the scratch. So here the already skeleton is available. So we could able to use it by with the modification that we want to do. So here we could save some time. The same thing like the project, creating project. So here we have, if you see, we could see a lot of project from the black project itself. So from the low level to the advanced project itself, here we can able to see, we can able to here, we can able to see that, and then we can able to work with directly by required modifications. Right. So this is already provided to you with the great documentations as well. So here we can able to directly see, and we can change whatever the states we want, and we or whatever the code we can insert, we can able to insert it, and then we could able to move on very quickly. So if, as you see here, already the bookmarks are given. So this is a code, and needed is a bookmark here. And if you give a bookmark like this, then we can able to visit this particular state, or wherever it is available in the in your project. We can able to quickly navigate to, we can quickly reach this position with the help of Bookmark Manager. Let's say for view Bookmark Manager here, see see all the, currently it is all the having a same name. If you have giving a different name, then it will help us to identify it easily. So what we are looking for, let's say if I'm double click, I'm reaching here. So if I the same thing, so it will help us to navigate to the different locations of program where we have left the bookmarks to complete the code, or to reach, or to view, or to debug something. So these quick shortcuts are helping us. And okay, let me show. Okay, so currently, so VIP, yeah, think that's it.
Thanks, Muruganandhan.